This segment of Packard Pokes At was made possible by patrons of the show and viewers like you. Please go to patreon.com/PackardPokesAt to help support the show. Thank you. Out in New York, in New Hartford, a cult church, well, I think all religions are cults, but that's my opinion, that the Word of Life Church, a counseling session was set up for this parents' teenage brothers were brutally beaten in their church, and one of them was killed. In an effort by their parents and sister and members of the congregation were to force them to confess their sins and seek forgiveness, police said this last Wednesday. First of all, sin is an imaginary thing. It's not real. I see people on Facebook all the time saying, you know, if people didn't sin this, sin that. You know what? Take your fucking sin concept and shove it firmly up your fucking ass. Because people like this are killing people over the fucking concept of sin. What they did here is they not only just beat them, they kicked them in their genitals and beat them in the chest and whatever and said, you got to confess your sins. You got to confess your sins. You know, if someone starts beating on me, hey, I tell you where the hell I keep my money. You know, I give you the number of my bank account. I'll give you anything you want. Just stop fucking hitting me. But the whole concept of beating the sin out of somebody or forcing someone to confess something, I don't know what sin they were looking for. Maybe they were trying to find out if they were touching themselves, which some people consider a sin. And these people, Bruce and Deborah Leonard, were charged with manslaughter in their son Lucas's death, and 4 other adults were also charged with the assault of the younger brother's beating, including Sarah Ferguson, age 33, the victim's sister. They've all pled not guilty. Now, I personally, I hope they are found guilty, and I hope all of them go away for a very long time. People always wonder why atheists are so angry about religion. Fucking this is just one of many examples why we are fucking fed up with people and their fucking bullshit religions. Connie, your thoughts?
This is a developing story, and today the parents, Bruce and Deborah, and the 4 other people who were arrested were arraigned. Maybe it was just the parents. Evidently, when the one son that was killed was admitted to the hospital, they thought he'd been shot.
Mm-hmm.
And the father, Bruce, was in his deposition or his court appearance today, it was revealed that he tried to tell the emergency room that his son had been molesting children in that church, and that was why he was treated as such. There's a rumor, as it is just rumor right now, that the two boys were asking to leave the church, and that might be what spurred the counseling session, quote unquote. And this is a very secretive church.
Yes.
It's one that's built hedges. It's one that's shut itself off from the community. And granted, I think that all the neighbors are way too, trying to looky-loo everything. But when, church, most of the children within the church are homeschooled. It's very secretive. People actually live because the church itself physically is an old elementary school. This is exactly the kind of situations where abuse tends to occur.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I've been to a couple of different websites, and sometimes the chat rooms, you get people joining in, and of course we've got the No True Scotsman floating around.
Mm-hmm.
People saying, well, this isn't how a real Christian behaves. And somebody even was so bold as to say the Bible doesn't say that you should beat your child or kill your child if they disobey you. I've looked and I didn't find it. And Leviticus, I think it's 20 verse 9.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I said, really? I found it.
Yeah, it basically says if the child's a drunkard or whatever, if you disobey your parents, then they have the children should be stoned to death.
Yeah, and it's I said, look, just don't do that, because it's very ignorant of you to not even know your own Bible, and just because the Bible in one place talks about love and peace and butterflies, and in another place says something totally different.
Yeah.
Don't dismiss it, because you're cherry picking. And it's this, but back to this main story.
Right.
Uh, yeah, they're trying to get the mom off because she's saying that, oh, they're saying, oh, well, she's just basically so kowtowed that she couldn't have hurt these kids in any way, and this is a real mess.
Yeah.
And it's very, very sad and unfortunate. It looks like the one son, Lucas, who was killed, obviously that's over with. The son, Christopher, he's still in the hospital. He should be able to recover. They also took into protective custody the 7 children that were there, 4 of which were from their half-sister. The mother, Deborah, her a child from a previous relationship. So anyway, they had to get special court orders to enter this building, and hopefully they'll be able to shut this down. But
yeah, I hope so too. Now, what's interesting is that a woman, Nancy, by the name of Nancy Keller, who works at a Catholic church next door to the Word of Life church, described the congregation as a close-knit group. And she quoted, "It's really sad. I think that people have always been so suspicious. Why are they so secretive? Why are there no kids out playing?" She said, "Still, I think there are good people that made a bad decision." Yeah, you made a real bad decision. You joined a cult. That's a bad decision. Just for a second here, you got one cult pointing to another cult, saying, "Oh, that's the bad cult." They're probably doing the same thing to you, saying, well, you're just too open. You're too cult-like. And a lot of people that I know that are still steeped in religion, they look at the Catholic Church and go, oh, yeah, the Catholic Church is a cult. You're fucking all cults, man. You're all fucking cults. I don't care what fucking religion you're following. You're following a cult. Chris, your thoughts?
A cult is a cult, no matter which way you look at it.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a cult and a church, though? Or
better parking. Actually,
make this story a little happier.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, the thing is, the difference between a cult and a church is that religions are state-sanctioned cults, basically. They get tax breaks and things like that. It's like, okay, oh, you're a man of God. Okay, we'll give you a tax break so you can go and build a mega church and not have to pay taxes for the rest of your life. I think that's the only difference between the cult and religion. That's in my opinion, and of course the better parking.
Yes.
And you can't swing a dead cat without hitting a church pretty much anywhere. I mean, I've got several around me. I've never felt safer. Not. Karen from the chat room said, I think the difference between a cult and a religion is a cult pulls a bait and switch while a religion puts everything forward. Actually, no. I think they both do the same thing there, Karen. They both do a bait and switch. I mean, they say, oh, everything's all happy and joy here. Oh, wait a minute, you can't do this. By the way, if you want to believe in what we believe, you can't do this. Oh, you like bacon? You can't have bacon anymore. You like to have coffee? Can't have coffee anymore. It's no bait and switch for the cults. They're all doing the bait and switch.
I love what Tovarin said. I saw a meme that said a cult is an unpopular religion. A religion is a popular cult.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I guess I tend to think that maybe a cult is more secretive. The more secretive that something is, the more cultish it appears, I suppose. I don't know.
Not to be completely disagree with you there, but the first Christian religions, when they first started out, they were also very secretive as well. They actually had they do little certain hand gestures to let you know who was in the cult and who was not. See, all cults have a starting somewhere. They're usually in someone's basement or at the hovel, wherever in the Middle East somewhere. Where they first start out. So they all start out small groups, and then they all like, oh, let's go out and recruit and get more people to believe our brand of bullshit until they become much larger.
There's where cults have to evolve somehow, or in their message is if they want to appeal to a broader base, they have to somehow open it up a bit. And it's still about being exclusive. It's still about being a club. Right. But like I said, it's how much they totally separate themselves from the rest of society in what ways they do. But yeah, I have to agree with what you're saying. It's like, yeah, every religion probably starts out as a cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's basically it. They've all started out as a cult at some point. It's just a matter of which one have the better sales pitch. So you can't eat meat on Friday. Well, fuck you. I'm gonna go and eat some. I'll go somewhere else where I can eat meat.
I'm thinking about Jim Gaffigan. Well, you can't have sex outside of marriage. Okay, you can't eat bacon. Wait, what? I'm in the wrong line.